Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the National Museum of the American Indian. It's good to have you here. We're celebrating a festival this weekend that we call Out of Many. That's in celebration of two things, both the events this weekend. We are celebrating, of course, the presidential inauguration, and we are also celebrating on Monday as well Dr. Martin Luther King's legacy. So in honor of that, we have this festival called Out of Many, where today we're featuring cultures that are native cultures, and then this weekend we're going to bring some of our brothers and sisters from non-native cultures to perform here as well. So if you've not picked up a schedule, you're welcome to do that. Also, the schedule is available online. And if you're not able to be here in person, you can check out the programs. Many of them are live webcast, so you can watch them on your computer at home. And if you have family that you want to see, check it out. Be sure to let them know. They can access through our website and then click on the Out of Many link. So joining us right now, we have some friends called Three Generationz. Three Generationz has been here before, and we're very proud and welcoming to have them back. They share their cultures, which is both Choctaw, Creek, and African American, and their music is certainly inspired by those cultures, and you can see some of the younger generations will be moving and dancing for you as well. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Three Generationz.
Halito, welcome. We are Three Generationz, Indigenous Choctaw, Creek, and Cherokee. We will sing songs to you from our ancestors, songs that were learned here, and songs that were created in the spirit to help us to get through hard times and to stay connected with the Great Spirit. Tis thee, O ship of Zion, tis thee, O ship of Zion. Tis thee, O ship of Zion. Get on board. Get on board. It has landed many a thousands. It has landed many a thousands. It has landed many a thousands. Get on board. Get on board. It has taken my dear mother. It has taken my dear grandmother. It has taken my dear mother, get on board, get on board.
Thank you, Malachi, my nephew Malachi. Yeah, Koki, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Three Generationz is a group that was started by my mother when Maimuna was just a pre-teenager. And she wanted to put together the music of the Native people on the East Coast and African people who came together to protect each other from being colonized. She wanted to be sure that this relationship did not go unnoticed and unremembered. And so Three Generationz brings the music of the Deep South. Our tribe is from Mississippi. Stomp dance music, calls, hoops, bird hollers, and the spirit, which is called spiritual music, of the Africans that were forced to come to Turtle Island. This next piece is called The Knowing. Listen and remember. Remember when the sound of birds singing wrapped itself around your heart so tenderly that you became soft, moist, and liquid as a tear. And that tear became a rushing river that knew no boundaries. And it tore your shorelines loose as it ran freely through every cell in your being. And it exploded into light. And that light became the joy in all things. And that joy became the love in all things. And that love became the knowledge of all things. And at that moment, in that long ago time, hidden in the blood wisdom memory, you sniffed. You breathed deeply of this love, joy, knowledge of all things. And you became one with everything. Listen. Listen. Remember. Remember. Ahoma Takwayasi. Remember. I am a Mississippi Choctaw woman. There is a river in Mississippi called Breakout. And in the days when the British, who became the Americans, decided to steal our land and steal our labor, there became a dividing line in the middle of Breakout. On one side was the free, sovereign nation of the Choctaw. And on the other side was slavery, America. This story is about that time and how things happen to be the way they are in Turtle Island. Long time ago, there was a little girl named Haloka. Her mama came into the house and said, "Girl, get yourself up. Sleeping all day. You know we got a wedding to cook for." "Yes, Mama. I need you to go and pick me some blueberries and some blackberries and some choke tree berries and bring them so I can make the wajapi." "Yes, Mama." So she starts to go looking for the berries with her basket, and she picks and picks, and she picks, and she gets to the edge of the river. Now, she's been told many, many times never to cross the river, because if you cross the river to the slavery side, why, you will be caught and sold into slavery. Because before the British, who became the Americans, ever brought Africans here for slavery, they slaved the many nations of the Choctaw, the Chickasaw, the Creek, the Halawasaponi, the Shira, the Lumbee, the Occaneechi-Saponi, the Tutelo. And so this river was a protection at that time for the Choctaw people to remain a sovereign nation in an occupied land. And so little Haloka's picking, and she's picking, and she knows she just don't have enough. And she looks across the riverbank and goes, look at them bushes, just full of berries. Well, I think I could just go across quick and get some and get back before anything happens. And so the Choctaw people had put stones up under the river to be able to walk back and forth when the tide rose. When the tide was down, they removed them. Now the tide at this point was a little bit up. And so little Haloka, she looked around to make sure nobody wasn't looking, and she made a run for it. And she skipped over those stones, looking like she was walking on water, though, because you couldn't see her feet. It's just gliding across the water. But when she got to the other side, she got to her picking. And oh, there was a bumper crop on the other side of Buck Chitto. And she picked and hummed and sang and walked. All of a sudden, she looked around and she did not know where she was at. But she heard a voice deeper into the wilderness. And she kept on walking. And she kept on walking until she seen a clearing and stumps all around. And there was a little old man on top of the biggest stump, stomping his feet and saying, "Come to freedom, come to freedom. Swing down, cherry, stop and let me ride. Swing down, cherry, stop and let me ride. Oh, rock me, Lord, calm and easy. I got a home on the other side." Well, she ain't never heard such singing as that. So she got a little bit closer. And he began to wave his arms. "Come to freedom. Come to freedom, one and all." Well, she started thinking he was a little bit touched because she looked around and didn't see nobody. But sure enough, soon enough, here come people creeping from the bush, walking slow. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I believe I'm going to testify this morning. Lord, 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 freedom is my birthright. And I'm going to come to the arbor and serve the Lord. Well, she got tears in her eyes because she sure ain't never heard that before. And as all the people gathered around, they began to clap and stomp and moan. If I had my way, if I had my way in this wicked world, if I had my way, I would tear this building down, Lord. I would tear this building down. If I had my way, if I had my way, Lord, I want to testify this morning. If I had my way in this wicked world, if I had my way, I want you to know I'd tear this building down, Lord. I would tear this building down. Where the people got to shouting and jumping and amening all over the place. And soon it was a Holy Ghost breakout. Well, she was just about to, Lord, what is this? And all of a sudden she felt something tap her shoulder. She froze because she knows she wasn't supposed to be there. And what if it was the slave catchers? Oh, Lord, oh, Lord, oh, Jehovah, oh, Lord. She looked up and seen the tallest man she ever seen in her life. Looked like he was 7'9". And he said, "Gal, what you doing here? You Choctaw, ain't you?" "Yes, sir." "And you from Cross Buck Chitto, ain't you?" "Yes, sir." "All right, you got to get out of here, you know that." "Yes, sir." He called his son, "Moses, come here, Mo. Take this gal back across the river. I need you to walk her to the river." "But Papa, you know they don't allow the kids to go near the river. You know they say if they see us near the river, they will sell us, Papa. I can't." He said, "Mo, I want you to listen to me. There's a way to make yourself invisible to people. You put one foot in front of the other. Not too fast, not too slow. Wings in your heart, away you go. Don't look up, don't look down." He said, "Yes, sir, Papa." And he took that little gal by the hand, and they walked through the plantation. They got to the edge of the plantation house, and they was out there just sipping tea and fanning and enjoying themselves on the porch. He took a deep breath, not too fast, not too slow. Wings in my heart, away I go. He grabbed her hand, and there they began to walking, stepping 1 foot, not too fast, not too slow. Well, them peoples was up on the porch, laughing and talking, and did not see them youngins at all. And soon they was past the plantation house, past the field, past the barn, and back to the river. When they got to the river, she turned around to Mo and said, Mo, ya Koki. And she walked into the water. He said, girl, what kind of witch is you? Walking on water. She said, I ain't no witch at all. Come here, I'll show you how we do it. She grabbed his hand and took him step by step, walking on water. Now, when she got to the other side, her mama was hot. She said, girl, if I believed in whooping, I would whoop you now. But since I don't, get on in there and give me them stuff. And she said, you been cross Buck Chito? Lord help. Haloka, girl, you going to make me do something here today. She said, honey, take this child back across the river, and you come back quick as you can. Yes, ma'am. She takes him, goes back across the river. He shoots through the cornfield, shoots past the barn, shoots past the front house, back into the arbor. Well, now, the wedding took place. The families enjoyed their day. The next day happened to be New Year's Day. And I don't know if y'all know this, but on New Year's Day, they always had a slave sale. So somebody's family members was going to get sold on New Year's Day. And so they asked all the men to come the night before so they could read off the list of those that's going to get sold. And Lil Mo's mama was on the list. Papa came. He said, I got something to tell y'all. They're going to sell your mama tomorrow, and we ain't never going to see her again. All them babies started hooping and hollering, crying, and pulling on the mama's dress. No, mama, don't go, mama, no. He said, hush now. Let us have a good meal and enjoy your mama for the last time. And Mo said, Papa, I got an idea, Papa. He said, what is it, Mo? You know that little gal that you asked me to take back over across back Chito? Well, I went on the other side of the river, and I think our people can help us, Papa. He said, no, I don't know about that. He said, Papa, please, let me try. He said, okay, if you think you can. So Lil Mo walked in front of the plantation house, 1 foot in front of the other, not too fast, not too slow. Wings in his heart. Away you go. He got to the river. He skipped across the logs. He goes over and bangs on the door. Help me. We need help. My mama gonna get sold. Well, Haloka's mama came out and she said, baby, what's the problem? My mama, she gonna get sold. Please help us. She said, okay, you go across the river, you get your people, and you meet us where she took you, and you wait there. Haloka's mama went and knocked on every door. Mamas, daughters, come on out. Wear your white. We got a ceremony tonight, the crossing kind. He ran back and said, Mama, we got to go. But by the end, the dogs was out because people was running left and right. We got to go. They're going to help us. So the family moved slow through the brush, slow through the arbor. They finally got to the river, crouched down and waited. Soon they seen what looked like 7 angels in white, holding lights, walking on water. They held out their hands to Lil Mo and his family. And one by one, they walked on water toward them women. Now, the slave catchers was there by now. And when you hear them tell the story, they're going to say, it was 7 spirits that then come here and stole their Africans and took them away. And, of course, they was too scared to follow them because who's seen people walking on water before? And Lil Mo and his family got to safety. And years went by, and that little pretty gal, Haloka, then growed up. And Lil Mo, who's now is being called Moses, then growed up, and them two got married. And that's how I happened to come to be.
We want to do one more song for you entitled Inkpata, and it's from the Lakota people. And Three Generations in the beginning was formed of my grandmother, my mother, and myself. My grandmother has passed into spirit now, but I have a child of my own. And so he's going to sing this song with us to complete the generations.
Inkpata nawaje chichoze maya echekuena. Inkpata nawaje chichoze maya echekuena. Inkpata nawaje chichoze maya echekuena. Inkpata nawaje chichoze maya echekuena.
This song is a lullaby now, but it tells the story of the Lakota people during the American Indian Wars, when the men would go to fight and sometimes they wouldn't come home. And the wives of these men, they would go to the mountaintop and they would wave their shawls until their husbands returned, and if they did not return, they would wave their shawls until they were no more. Inkpata nawaje chichoze maya echekuena. Inkpata nawaje chichoze maya echekuena. Maya echekuena. Oh, thank you.
Yakoki. Mamuna Yusuf, Tecumseh Yusuf, and my name is Mama Wabajea Walks on Water. Yakoki.